The truth is, I do know where to find royalty-free music on the internet. It's just that I haven't found any song that's better than this song and more worthy than this song to be the opening song of this show. So it is what it is, guys. I love this song. Space Cats. Happy Sunday. It's really late. I had to read all the news, all of it. Our coronavirus death toll in the United States is approaching 90,000 people. There's a clock in Times Square that shows how many of those deaths are directly attributable to, the lack of a president that really knows what he's doing. So it is what it is. I'm just really pissed today. I got served this ad. It says, "Happy birthday, President Donald Trump. Sign the card." I didn't click through. Now I regretted it. I should have signed the card with a big fuck you. But, yeah. Whew. Anyway, Elon Musk said a heartfelt thank you to Trump today. In something more lighthearted, I have a new Facebook avatar. That's right, this guy looks nothing like me. Like, if I want to have an avatar that represents me, I'd want something really cute, like a Pokemon. Like, why does my avatar need to look so generic? Why would I want that? My life is already generic. I especially have issues with the fashion that is offered. This is kind of like a selection. Is from the Facebook avatar webpage. This is kind of a selection of this fashion. I mean, they have not one, not two, 4 gray outfits. Like, I get it. You don't want to offend anyone. There's no color. The only person who's allowed color is the edgy, I guess, lesbian or cis ambiguous person, second from the right. Like, why is that the only person who's allowed any color? Why can't we get outfits? Look, just, if you're gonna have a visual representation of yourself, be memorable. I started checking my horoscope this week. A lot of things are still in retrograde, and I lost interest and I took a nap instead. And between Friday and yesterday, Tudor and I just had low-key food poisoning, and it's been 2 days of just like lying on the couch. I don't feel bad about it. Speaking of lying low-key on the couch, there's this guy in a hotel in Barcelona. It's a luxury hotel, and it's in the shape of a sailboat sail. It's a W hotel, obviously. And so this guy is their maintenance guy. He used to live on the outskirts of Barcelona. When the coronavirus epidemic started, he moved into the hotel, and now his one job, he's the one guy who's living there he's like groundskeeper Willie. His one job every day is to go and turn on each and one of the 1,400 faucets to let it run, so that this one waterborne bacteria, Legionnaire's disease, I don't know what that is, doesn't start up in the taps. That's his job. Every day he wakes up and he goes and turns on each faucet and let it run for 5 minutes. How do people get these jobs? That's just is he also doing any other things? What is he binge watching to pass time? Speaking of running water, this was also fun. This is a Detroit area priest, and he today used a squirt gun filled with holy water to bless his drive-through churchgoers amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Before you start getting outraged, he did check with a doctor friend of his, and it looks like I'm usually not very religious, and I'm not religious at all. However, cut this guy some slack, okay? It looks like He's wearing protection. He's wearing gloves. And if he disinfected the gun, like the water gun, before this happened, and holy water is just distilled water that he has blessed. Remember, you don't need to kiss like the water to bless it. He's just like a priest. So it's like he just have to throw some healing vibes and holy vibes on the water. Like blessing the water doesn't transmit coronavirus. And then he just takes his gun filled with blessed, which is nothing, distilled water, and just squirting people, and he's not touching anything. Guys, I think it's fine. Like, let religious people have something. Now, I wish they would extend the same tolerance to us non-religious people, but it's fine. It's fine. We can turn the other cheek, because they certainly cannot be bothered. Oh, by the way, this is just water now. I've gotten over the phase in quarantine where I'm drinking like I'm on a European vacation, maintaining like a specific alcohol level in my body. I'm too old. I can't do that anymore. Now it's just hydration for the rest of the quarantine because my liver can't handle it. My skin can't handle it. I've officially gotten too old to like continuously drink like it's spring break. It's a sad day. Just water for me. So Justin Bieber and the Hailey Bieber now, used to be Hailey Baldwin, they are now having their own Facebook show in which they divulge their life, details from their life together. I have zero interest, actually. They look like really boring people. But when asked, Justin Bieber said that the thing he doesn't like about Hailey the most is that she steals his weighted blanket when they're sleeping together. Okay, I want to talk about weighted blankets for a sec. I have one. I didn't know what weight to get, so I have a 25-pound weighted blanket on my couch. And during this quarantine, especially in the last 2 days when I've been dealing with food poisoning, I will say that shit is magic, okay? When you're lying down, now, keep in mind, a weighted blanket doesn't retain heat all that well. So the best thing to do is to have a weighted blanket with a actual blanket underneath, so you retain both heat and like that heaviness. You know what'd be better if you combine a weighted blanket with like a heated blanket. That would be the true. Now, the other thing I do have some gripe with my weight blanket. My weight blanket is a twin size blanket. It weighs 25 pounds. So it is hella heavy, actually. So once I'm under it, I can't just like kick it, like I can't just kick it off unless I really intentionally kick it. So if Hailey Bieber is stealing the weight blanket from Justin, I'm just wondering, do they have the same trainer? If that's the case, I mean, Hailey if she's stealing, she's clearly stronger than Justin Bieber, which is kind of funny. I wonder if that's the case. Also, guys, you guys are rich enough. Weight blankets are like super cheap. They're like $80, I think, on Amazon. Just buy another weight blanket. Yeah. My biggest fear about weight blanket, and I don't use it in my bedroom, is that I'll be going to bed and I have like postnasal drip all the time. I'm worried that if the blanket's too heavy, I'll just suffocate in my sleep. True problem. Adele lost 89 pounds. I don't know if you know this. It's all over social media. People are having a lot of feelings about her. I bet she feels great. So kudos to her. She has talent. Now she can fit in like a lot more designer clothing. So get it, girl. I wanted to go into the 3 speeches that Obama gave yesterday. I'm sorry, he gave 2 speeches yesterday. What I really want to spend a second just putting the idea in your brain next time, because I know before election day, Obama's gonna give like a lot more speeches because I don't think Biden's gonna do it. I started paying attention to people's backgrounds when they're giving speeches. I have been paying attention to Barack Obama's bookshelf. So this is the bookshelf that was behind him when he was making his endorsement speech for Joe Biden. Okay, notice the basketball, notice the two photos, and notice the blue and white book. Okay, now here is the book. Here's the bookshelf from yesterday's HBCU commencement speech. In this one, notice that there's only one photograph. The blue and white book is still there, and the basketball got passed to a different corner. I don't believe that it was like just happenstance, because if you were to look at the speech that he did for the high school kids who are graduating, that's right, basketball is gone, replaced by not one but two pots of flowers, and the blue book is still there. I really want to know what that blue book is. And why is it blurred? Because he doesn't want to distract, obviously, but I really want to know what books are on that bookshelf. And also in the Biden one, there were a lot more books than the later bookshelves. So who's styling his bookshelves? But like, who in that household, and they're all brilliant, I'm sure, is taking, a special interest in, I guess, arranging the bookshelf? Is it Michelle's mom? Is Michelle's mom still living with them? Probably. Do they have like people coming to do they have staff like Martha Stewart? I have so many questions I want to know. So how is Barack Obama's like bookshelf looking so great? I want to know. Readers, find out. Oh, I forgot I don't have readers, but doesn't matter. I wonder if it's gonna start trending on Twitter. I should like put a hashtag out there. Hashtag who decorates Barack's bookshelf. I don't know. Anyway, this is my show tonight. I'm gonna close the show with many questions. They won't go answered. I hope you stay healthy. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Until then, please don't catch the coronavirus. Because if you die, Trump doesn't give a shit about you. Good night.